Hello, this is Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick overview slash review of another video in my Gore-Tex Parka series. I've done a video of the original woodland parka, their updated one that has snaps for a hood, and then their Generation 2 parka. And so the next thing on this series would be this. This is the NWU, Navy Working Uniform Parka. It is the next iteration of the Parka series that they came out with. So it has the similar pockets on the bottom as the Woodland Gore-Tex Generation 2 Parka and similar arm pockets, but the chest pockets are different. It doesn't have a secret Velcro part. It's a zipper now, and the zippers are waterproof. So we're going to do a quick review of that, and I'll go over all the measurements and all that, everything. And yeah, so we'll go over that. So starting out with the standard pockets here, and they've got a cinch thing cord here. Just your standard. So we'll start down there, and we'll go over the sizing, of course. So, first of all, we'll go over the hand-warming pockets here. As you can see, they've got hand-warming. This is for maybe an occasional cell phone or something. But this is stuff could fall out of, so they have this one for equipment versus your hands. So, when it comes to these hand pockets, you have about 8 and 7/8 inches worth of space this way. And then the pockets end. This pocket ends right about the top of the Velcro. So you have about 8 and 5/8 inches up and down. As for this pocket here, if you were to go full on, you have about 9 and 9.5 inches up and down, and about 8.5 inches across lengthwise here. And as you can see here, you've got a nice waterproof zipper, and you can barely see the zipper because it's got this waterproof membrane on it, so you don't necessarily need the storm flaps on these. Like the old ones have one that goes, it had buttons, and yeah, that's right. The other one, Parkas, had buttons on them. This is just a zipper. That's what makes this different. So it goes, instead of the buttons being here and here and creating a flap that water runs off of, it is a zipper, but it's waterproof, so it can go up and down. So that is the two pockets measurements there. So moving on, we will move up the jacket to the essentially the chest pockets, but they've been updated. So, all right. So as we see here, we have the chest pockets. One zip one up, you get a good look at that zipper. See, waterproof membrane. But like for this one, I have $1 and a lighter. So who knows what you find in these things. But, yeah, so as you can see here, I will now read off their stuff. So it looks like you've got about 8 inches of an opening up and down, and the pockets go to here and up there. So I'll just stick my tape measure in. And it looks like you've got about 7 3/8 inches of space that way. and about 8 3/8 inches up and down. So it's not as big as the original, of course, but it is waterproof, and you can access it from the outside. And I would think that the Velcro on the original woodland parkas would give out eventually, and they're noisy. So the only Velcro on this are the shoulder pockets and here, and the parts on the hood. So, and what's nice about this is you can zip in a liner, which we'll go over later, but yeah. So we went over the pockets. That's probably the same measurement on each side. You have this hidden rank tab that's kind of cool, which you could also really conveniently hang a ski day pass from. And I really love this color. This is like some weird, I don't even know, I think it's urban gray, steel gray, blueberry color. I don't know, but that's a nickname. They call these blueberry camo. It's supposed to blend in with the water or something. So here's your, and this is Velcro as well. So you got a nice rank thing there. Just for information's sake, it's about 1.5 inches by, of usable space by 2 1/4. So that's your usable space. So, you could fit something on there, maybe a rank thing if you were in the Navy or something. Like, I'm sure if you work somewhere like that needs a name tag, you could probably sew on some name tape thing somewhere on here. I know their official decree before these were discontinued is that you were supposed to have your name tape up on here, and there's holes. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to zoom in as much as I can. Yeah, so you got holes here. It's easier to see there, right there. So there was name tape on here, so your last name tape would be on here. On the Parka, that was the Navy standard. I think it came out, and then this had to be added like halfway through their life, and then they were discontinued further. And then they went on to a iteration that's a blend of CAD-PAT and MARPAT. So it's this weird green colored stuff, and then they have a desert colored one. So this has been just phased out. But while we're here, I might as well go over to the arm pockets. As you can see here, I could fit my entire fist in here, so you've got a generous sized pocket here, which I'll zoom back out. And usable space on this includes about 5 3/4 by about 4.5 inches space of usable space on each side. So you could probably fit a lot in there. Like an ID, or some, I don't know, papers. I'll be back and I'll try to grab one of those Right in the Rain pads and see if that works. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, and here's your standard Right in the Rain pad. In case you were wondering, the NSN number for this is there. There's the tan version. So these are military issued Right in the Rain pages, so if it's water gets on them, they get on them. But I like these because you can measure things. And I haven't used this one yet, but they're nice. They've got all sorts of like map scales and stuff. So who wouldn't carry this around compared to a stupid Walmart? I think they make those like red looking ones like this at Walmart, and I don't even know the brand, but they make cheap versions of these you could buy at Staples, but this is definitely the way to go. I think I paid $12. I don't know. But, so there's that, and here we go, and it fits perfectly. So, it'll fit it right in the rain pad. Probably certain cell phones, like the iPhone minis or whatever. If you have a map of your ski area, most maps they come out with look like that, so you could fold it in half and stuff it in there. So I'd say this is the best skiing jacket you can go for. It's really rip-proof, and if you're going down the hill and take a tumble at 12 miles an hour on the skis, you want something that doesn't shred to hell, like those North Face down jackets. But overall, yeah, these pockets are really useful. So we went over the measurements of all three major pockets on this. So as you can see, this is the other part that's Velcro. So we had Velcro on the rank tab, this pocket here, and the shoulder pockets. And then you also have some Velcro back here holding the hood on. But we'll go over that in a few minutes. Alright, so next up we have is the comfortability on this part. So, I don't know about you, but if you have an original woodland parka, they kind of almost don't want to naturally rest on underneath your chin. They want to rest on your nose. It's because the fabric is so high up, when you put it on, it doesn't naturally fit like a hood. It's like this weird, it smacks you in the middle of your face where the fabric ends. I'd say for these, they work very well for wearing, and I'll do a test fit in a few minutes, but yeah, so overall comfort level, I'd say it's a plus, and I've dealt with this in a rainstorm, and this thing's kind of worked. The problem is it was a downpour. It was just everywhere, and this kind of soaked through a little bit, so everything felt clammy on the inside. But the thing that went first is I didn't have gloves on, and it was I don't know, maybe 20-degree rain. It was freezing, or it wasn't ice yet, but it was really cold water. So I ended up putting my hands in my pockets, but the problem is the rain on the jacket repelled down into the pockets and soaked them. So if you do wear this in the rain, be prepared to have this pocket flooded with water. And to dry it, I just put it over a fireplace and kind of far away, not close at all, but it kind of dried out that way. I think your best bet would be a dryer, or whatever the tag says, which we'll go over in a minute. But what's nice about this is, compared to the other parkas and stuff, is you got this, what is that, half an inch maybe? Looks like about 1 3/4 of an inch of waterproof something membrane material. It's not the same material as the seam tape. It's some weird rubber. So I don't know what it's for, but I think if you have pants that are wet and this rides up and down, it keeps the water minimal. But this material is really nice, and I would say overall with my water experience that this jacket held up very well for downpour. Even though it's not a official raincoat, and I had the hood on and it worked well. And I mean, I stood outside with it pouring for about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours of constant rain. I had to move some bags of soil around, so, yeah. So, I'm moving on. Back up here, you've got this thing, so if you do have it, you can cinch it around your neck, so if you're wearing a boonie hat, you don't have water trickling down or whatever. And the hood, if you are wearing it, it will cover up this, unless you want to do it and then put your hood over that, since the hood goes on the outside. But if you're not wearing it, it's really comfortable to cinch down if you don't need the hood. It's like if it's cold out and it's snowing, you don't really need the hood. If you're wearing a beanie or something, or a boonie. And then what's really nice is this hook. Most parkas, military jackets, have a vertical piece that sticks out like that. you'd expect you to like rotate it and hang it, but this is nice to hang things. So there's that. Let's see, what else haven't I gone over? Right, the hood. As you can see, this is your standard Generation 2 Woodland Parka soft shell ACU jacket, level 7 jacket. All of them use the same similar hood design, where it's 3 pieces of Velcro that contain a roll-up hood. And this isn't different, except this one doesn't have the rough attachment, so that's a nice change because it's actually comfortable to wear. Of course, the level Generation 2 Woodland Parka has the similar, but I don't know, that's not very comfortable. So, as you can see here, and what's nice is this is the opposite on this jacket compared to the other ones. This is normally the Velcro side, not the clingy side. The actual rough part's out here, which is a really nice invention. Because I'll be doing a review of my favorite soft shell jacket in an upcoming video, and I'll explain how different that is. But for now, you got that. And let's see. What's weird though is when you cinch it, this fabric doesn't cover the cinch strap part. It sticks out. So when you wear it, it goes like that. When you wear it, it's not covered. So that's my only little complaint. And then when you look at it through a light, it looks kind of thin, but I don't see any major abrasions or anything. But, so I think it holds up well to use, and it's kind of a big hood, so you could probably fit some sort of bicycle helmet over a bicycle helmet or helmet in general. So it's pretty nice. You've got this really thick part, because most of the original Velcros didn't have the backing on them. After you sew the Velcro on, they didn't have waterproofing, so that would where you would have sea leakage. But this does a very good job of that, and yeah, like I said, it's a really nice thing. And I forget if I mentioned, but this is also pretty nice. They didn't go with the metal grommets; those tend to fall out eventually. This is a cloth one, so that's nice. And then you've got the nice versions of the I forget if these are Fastix barrel locks, or doesn't have a brand on it, but I know they're the nice ones. Because, like, if you have a sleep system carrier bag, you have to replace them because they come with cheap barrel locks. But these are easy to move, and they lock down when you do want them locked down. So the barrel locks are nice. I forgot another thing Velcro they have is the cuffs, and these are really nice because you can really go down to practically nothing. Like, that's just 3 fingers, or 4 fingers. So depending on how thin your wrist is, that will really help. And then while I'm thinking of it, if you do have the official U.S. Navy black Puller Tech jacket, you can attach it. It's considered a liner for this, and that's what's different between this and Woodland version. Is if I were to pick one, I'd pick this one if you want to buy one, because the Woodland ones are really expensive. They're like $200 or more for Woodland Generation 2 Parka, but these tend to go for $80. I picked up this for $40, and it's my favorite Gore-Tex jacket. And so this would be the sleeve part here that it would snap into, so when you're putting it on and taking it off, the sleeves don't ride out of the jacket. So it comes with a nice liner, which zips into the parka, and I'll show you a hack in a minute for that. But yeah, so you've got these, which are really nice and can adjust a lot. And moving, while I'm thinking of it, you've got these armpit zippers, which I don't know if you can see, but it is the same really nice material as all the other zippers, so it's waterproof. And this lip tends to help as well, because the odds of water getting in there are pretty low, actually, if it's covered, because it naturally wants to close together. So you actually have very good odds of keeping yourself dry with this. And when I had my 3 or 4 hours of rain, the only part I noticed that was pretty bad was in this pocket, because I had my hands in my pockets, and you can imagine water runs down your arm, and it's essentially a water slide into the pocket. So, but other than that, the only problem I noticed was a little bit by the face, because occasionally I'd look up, or it was slanted rain, so it would come in at an angle. So only over by the neck I had a little bit of problems, and then just in general the whole thing was clammy. But that's just the water feeling, because my pants were soaked through all the way to skin, because I just wore jeans. But my torso was dry, and it was a little humid when I took the jacket off after 4 hours. But so if you need any selling points on this jacket, I would 100% buy it. This is my favorite jacket of all time, for Gore-Tex anyway, because it fits well, it's comfortable, and compared to, the patterns might not be the best, but it's a conversation starter. It's not as ugly as ACU, but it's kind of cool. I don't know if you noticed, though, on it. Let's see if I can find it. They have Eagle, Globe, or U.S. Constitution, Navy emblems on them, right there. Which that's the some sort of U.S. Navy emblem, essentially, and that's scattered all over the parka. So, there's that. The only problem with this jacket, while I'm thinking of it, is that you could buy Gore-Tex trousers with this, but they were considered purchase on your own money, so it was walking home from your deployment or whatever. They weren't authorized for use on ships or wherever. So you could buy these, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but you could buy the Gore-Tex pants in this color, but it was a private purchase from a contractor. And I think I saw one pair on eBay a while ago for $380, because they were private purchase, and I think maybe they only made them to order. I don't know, though. This was issued, this parka, but the pants weren't. So if you want something that's do-all, end-all, you might have to use woodland trousers or some other ACU trousers or some other like frog talk pants. But parka-wise, I would go with this. All right, moving on. Okay. Went over the zippers. Now let's see what else is there to go over. Okay. Here's the inside. As you can see, it's kind of bare bones. This stuff holds up well for abrasions. I've tossed this in a corner, and these don't really fail very often, although it's good to keep them if you are going to do something. Maybe paint over them with some caulk or something. Just keep painting the seams occasionally so they stay sticky, because if you heat them, do something wrong in the dryer, you could lose your waterproofness. And yeah, you might want to knit wax or WD-R coat these every now and then. That's another. But let's take a look here. As you can see, there's 2 zippers here. So you can, for one, this isn't what it's made for, but I've done it personally, is you can zip them both up and you have a tunnel. So you zip that up and then zip the second one up if you want more windproof and more water protection. So, but if not, this is for zipping in a parka, and I will go over that in a minute. But So that's why there's second zipper on here. I think the only other one that has the same everything on it's the same on the jackets as the NWU Air Force jacket. Like, it's the same pretty much everything, except it's that ugly sage ace tiger stripe ACU camo pattern. But it's the same quality jacket. If you can't find a Navy one and you don't care about pattern, just want quality, I'd go with the NWU Air Force pattern. Alright. Here's the tag for this one. I got a small, and I don't know if the contractors make a difference, but I will go over my opinions on contractors in my next video, where I pull out one of my favorite jackets that's I found out it's different from contractor to contractor, and we'll go over that. But so you see, it's a PTFE laminate. So that must be that rubbery stuff on the bottom. So we'll hold that there for a minute. So there's your laundering instructions. Date of manufacture is way more modern than the Woodland ones, which are like the 80s. This one's 2012, which is nice. Okay, so that's the tag. And you can see that the parka is... how they did this is they put... to attach it is they put the piece of tape through, or the sewed through a piece of tape or something, and then put it down here so you're not creating a failure. Because right there would end up being about here. So either it's a double, the end of that part we saw is right here. So you either have a double layer of fabric from the part that on the inside, or they just hide things pretty well. So regardless, there's no way failure from all the sewing. I don't see any areas where you should have any failure, other than the pockets and maybe some areas long term. But overall, this is a really nice parka, and yeah, I don't see any like where they sewed any failures I could see. I think even long term you should have good success in grain compared to the Woodland ones, which leak all the time. But yeah, the only thing I would make sure you consider is drying time, or consider really reading the label and drying accordingly if it is wet. Because, you could crank it all the way up to high heat and then ruin all the DWR coatings on it. So I would make sure you follow the instructions precisely, because that's what keeps it nice. I might have made a mistake drying it last time after that 4 hours of rain. I just threw it in the dryer on high heat and went about my day. So I don't know if you're supposed to, zip up the jacket like you're wearing it and throw it in. If anyone has any information on how you process drying or cleaning these, let me know. But yeah, overall, you got that. The zippers are really nice. Yeah. So I'd say that the zippers work about 80 or maybe 95% of the time. Sometimes you have to jiggle it a little bit while it's in there to get it to catch and zip, but better than the Woodland ones for sure. Those are about 80%. Sometimes they won't, it rides up a little bit and it won't go in at all. But I say these are pretty good when it comes to, But now then, if you've seen my review of the Polar Tech black fleece jacket, those do not zip into this parka. Since they have a double set of zippers, they will not work to zip into this. And like I said, you don't have to have the Navy version to zip into this. There's one hack that you can do that works but doesn't work, and that is one of these. So that is the Sage Green ACU Army Edition Polar Tech jacket. Tag's gone, but I would try to stick to the same size, small regular jacket, Polar Tech, and if you need a little more warmth, this will zip in. But this is the only jacket that will, other than the Navy, I think. And you may be able to get away with the new Coyote Brown ones the Army's issued. I don't know, but so you see there. And also you can zip this either way. This has a reversible zipper, both sides. So see, as you can see here, that zips in. Now it's essentially a liner. So this would be, and I think that might be part of that, where the zipper placement is. You don't soak the bottom part of this. But yes, both sides will zip in, and you get some added warmth. The only problem is this isn't designed for the 360 things. You'll have to run your hand underneath, zipping this side up. And you have to deal with these do not have the holes that you can, as I showed you on the wrists. It doesn't have an area where you can attach the wrists to the jacket, so you'll have to pull your jacket out carefully when you're wearing it for this hack to work. But I've done this, and it works pretty well for cold weather. This is now essentially a very basic winter coat now. Of course, you'd be better off with the Navy one, but those are expensive. And these you can find these sage green things for $10 on certain sites. And then you'll need to baby it a little bit, but yes. The problem I'm having right now is that the innards are like twisted. So there. Now, unfortunately, that's its natural rest state. So you will have a little sticking out. You can push back in, like so, and then cinch down. But this is really warm because you get the added bonus of wind, water, snow, and whatever else protection, while you get the warmth of this jacket. Because these are worthless jackets, because this tiny fabric here, this is like wind will go right through these jackets, so they're kind of useless on their own. But zipped into this, I really like this hack, and I use it occasionally. But what's nice also is if you have multiple and you do need this long term for, if you do work a construction job or whatever, these are really nice because you can buy 3 or 4 of these sage green zippered up jackets. And if you're hunting or anything and you have to constantly keep going back outside, you can replace these, like buy 3 of them, throw one in the dryer while you put on the next set. I have like 3 of these I keep, so that I either wear, I just have a bunch, because if it's cold out, I'll wear 3 or 4 a week. That because I don't get around to laundry sometimes, so it's easier to just wear a new one, a new one. So in that case, you could just have 3 or 4 of these on standby and then throw them in your truck. And okay, I've worked laying concrete down for 2 hours and we're going out to lunch. And then when I come back, do I really want to put on this soaked, sweat-soaked, rain-soaked thing? No, I can zip it out and throw in a new one. The jacket itself's going to be wet and uncomfortable, but the insides will at least be dry, warm and dry. So with that, you get that nice comfort level, even if the outside is soaked. And I think your best bet after you use it is to take it and swing it above your head a few times to get all the water off in an enclosed space. And that should get all the standing water off, and then you can hang it somewhere warm, and it should dry pretty quickly. But I really like this Parka, and it gives you 2 more pockets. You've got 2 more interior pockets. You can keep water bottles, paperwork, or whatever. So yeah, so now I'm going to tilt the camera up a little bit and put it on. Okay, so as you see here, you have pretty good, the zipper's the same material, the zippers all work together. You don't have to deal with zipping this up on its own. If you want to take it off, they both come off together. So now you can zip up both. You want to make sure this flap here stays in the back when you zip it out. And then you could put on your hood and see this rests right below my chin compared to the other ones that sit here. And then for this, you can cinch down the sides. So you get nice waterproof raw. And then, yeah, these you have to stuff down, or unless you get an extra short one. And you may be able to like modify them by sewing a piece of string on the jacket to modify them to actually accept this part, these fleece jackets. But you can see for the most part you can access everything. These are nice because you can fit anything you need, and they have long things so you can wear gloves or whatever. I will say the zippers are pretty hard to operate. They're kind of stiff, but you know, that's the price you get for waterproof and really high quality waterproof zippers. So for the most part, this is a really warm jacket, and you can cinch this waist down more. But, yeah. So as you can see, these are easy to operate. You can take your book and so, yeah. Then here's an inside. And this is a nice material on the inside. It's like a, I don't know, soft shell material or some weird, like, I guess it would be like your uniform material. It's like a really tight-knit nylon for the pockets. And they're pretty roomy, so you could fit a sidearm or pamphlets or whatever. And yeah, you can't, as you could see close up on my neck, you don't have that nylon, so you would have to do it here. See, so you can actually tighten it around your neck, but you have to do it while the hood's off. Then we'll do a close-up hood. So you can see you get nice coverage. But yeah, and then yeah, I'll do a video of me taking it off. See, the zipper's kind of hard to take off, but other than that, it's pretty good. The waterproofing does kind of come off, but yeah. So there's that. But then you'd have to do this. Make sure you unpull this and then pull from that sage part. So that way you can take it off while you keep the parts in here. So that is a donning of the jacket. So yeah, and there's it's very warm because this is the inside bottom. That's actually kind of a kind of like a Mylar blanket, so somehow it reflects heat back towards you. So putting that on, it's really hot. So I think you could probably get away with wearing this along with level 1 and level 2, or a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt, cotton shirt, or one of these ninja tops. You could probably get away with wearing this in 0-degree weather. I think this would keep you very warm. And the only problem I found out is, I don't know if the Navy Parka, if anyone has the Navy insert, if they can attest to this, but this one you can't use the armpit zippers. I've got to mention that. But yeah, the armpit zippers, when opened, just reveal the jacket. They don't do too much unless you want some ventilation. But you could maybe get if you don't want to zip in, you might be able to wear the Polar Tech black fleece jackets. They have armpit zippers on them, but they don't zip into the parka. So, but yeah, this is a very budget-friendly way to optimize these type of parkas, and this will match really well with the ABU Air Force parka they have, because that has the same zipper layers and waterproof zippers and all that. So, but for those of you who want to save some money and want a really warm winter coat that's modular, this works well. And this part down here also is adjustable. That's a shock cord inside here. And the way to access that is through here. So that is your waist one. And then I'll get my flashlight out, wherever I put it. Here we go. It's a bike light anyway. So, and as you can see here, it is down here in the corner. You have this barrel lock, so you can adjust how taut you want the parka to be around your hips. So you can see there, that's sewn in, so you can probably grab it while your hands are in your pockets and adjust. So that resides down here, so you get a nub here. That won't go completely flat. You'll always have that there. And so it's nice because it's not dangling out like a lot of the parka's parts. Yeah, overall I would say this is a really nice parka you can get a lot of use out of. And if I've seen them, the median I see them is $80, so they're definitely way more affordable than the Woodland versions because they're modern. They're from 2012, and I would beg to think that a lot of people group this in with ACU and think it's worthless. So, but no, it's really warm, and really, there's videos out there of how they pack these. You can fold them in a certain way so that they're nice and compact. So they're really good for traveling, and I like the pattern. It's got a nice winter warfare, water warfare kind of feel. I don't know, I just really like the colors. And then, yeah, if you have name tape, you can put it here. You can buy fake name tapes on eBay or Amazon. So if you want to put your name on there, like this would be a good scouting jacket if you do Boy Scouts or whatever. This is just a good camping anything, really. This will give you a lot of uses, and you've got two in the bottom part of the jacket. You've got 2 pockets there, 2 chest pockets and 2 arm pockets, and if you use this hack, you get 2 more on the inside. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pockets in total, all throughout. And if you wear a pair of like standard military pants, you've got plenty of pockets for pants. So you can fit most stuff you need in these. And what's nice, I forgot to mention, is if you need this and you're one of those people who bikes for commerce or drives, you can use this to tie your car keys onto this part here. And it's right at waist level, so if you do need them, you can stretch them to unlock your car if you have just need to unlock it and it has a auto start or whatever, or a bike or mail key or whatever. So this can be attached to a key or ID fob, whatever. So that's nice, just so you can't lose something like your flashlight or whatever you put on here. So that's unintended, but it's cool. So you can attach something to that, like keys or, like I said, whatever. But yeah, overall this parka is really nice. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, let me know, and can try to address them. And if there's something I missed, leave it in the comments. I think I went over the whole jacket. I can't think of anything else I didn't go over, but yeah. And if you're wanting to know what this is, I would just look up ECWCS Sage Green jacket. You can find these at Goodwill for $8 if you have a Goodwill near you. I will say the only problem is they're cheaply made, kind of, so they fall apart, but they're good medium layers. So even if you use a woodland jacket or ACU soft shell or a level 6 rain jacket, current issue, these are good middle layers. But yeah, so that's a cheap way to ultimize these parkas. And there's other YouTube reviews if you want more of a actual, like, someone wearing it and going over it. I'll try to do that in the future, but for now I'm just kind of doing sit-down reviews. In the future, when I figure out editing and all that on these videos, I'm not too tech savvy, so I'm working slowly updating YouTube videos like with my skill level. So for now it's just one take videos, but in the future I'll try to do more of the outside tests and all that. So, but yeah, so that's this jacket. I'll do a zip up and go over that. So there's what parka looks like zipped up. And we'll go over some stuff while we're here. So there you've got your chest pockets and a rank tab. As you can see, there's the hood. And what's nice about that is that the collar of this ends up coming to right about here. So you get a nice fuzzy color the entire way up. So that you can wear this comfortably and you don't get neck chafing or anything. But yeah, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can either leave them in the comments or email me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com. There's going to be a comment in the video giving you a direct email address, because there might be a dot in there somewhere. But yeah, overall this is really nice parka. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them, and feel free to share this video and subscribe, like, whatever. It helps me a lot. If you want me to if you have any questions, I should be able to answer them within a day, and I might be able to test things if you want, like if you have any other videos you've seen on my channel and you're like, what size is this pouch, pocket, whatever, I should be able to get to those. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.